Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you so much for tuning into my 2240th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. And before we even get started, happy birthday, William Shatner, Captain Kirk, baby. Happy 90th birthday. Could you imagine 90? Makes me feel a little old. I don't know if you guys ever seen William Shatner sing before, but he does Rocket Man. If you've never seen him do the song Rocket Man, look up William Shatner singing Rocket Man. It's the funniest thing you'll ever see because he's so serious about the song, and you'll see the video. It's like it must have been a spoof. He just didn't know. In any event, Captain Kirk, love you, baby. Had a lot of years being a Trekkie, watching Star Trek. All right, so please remember the risk involved in trading. Risky. Put your stops in first. Never trade without them. You can lose so much money if you get this wrong. So please put your stops in and know this is not suitable for everybody, all right? Let's get moving. So for 3/23, that is a Tuesday night in March, OMNI is into its third week of firing off mixed signals. Buy, sell, buy, sell. Like crazy. I am telling you now, it's not even a question. We will vacate this trading area in the U.S. indices. We are leaving this area. That's what it means when OMNI flips around like this. So something big is brewing. We will find out. As scary as it sounds, I actually have a really deep dip buy in the NASDAQ for trading Tuesday, but it's got to go really deep in the dip. I'm a little afraid, but we'll do it. But we'll worry about that when it starts to materialize on Tuesday. Many stocks, why I say I'm afraid of this buy signal, although we're going to take it. I don't interfere with OMNI. OMNI says buy it, we're buying it. Many stocks are repricing due to the interest rate rises that we've seen lately. Traders, I will show you some charts. I promise you, I could show you 3-4 dozen that will have the same look when I show you the chart segment. That will show you there's a repricing taking place in a lot of stocks. And then there's Bitcoin, baby. Bitcoin. Bitcoin's coming down to a support area. At least, we really don't know for sure with Bitcoin yet, right? It's just a baby as far as the chart's concerned. We've been studying it since it's been born. And, we're learning the characteristics of the chart. But anyone who says they know Bitcoin and they know it technically yet is somebody who's too overzealous. We're learning Bitcoin and we're writing the rules of the charts as Bitcoin grows. But what we do have right now is Bitcoin coming down to a support area that has worked many times in the past. So I will show you that too. Support area coming in Bitcoin. Lots of stocks repricing, moving lower due to the interest rate rises we've seen lately. And again, with OMNI firing off all these crazy buy and sell signals one after another, we will vacate this area. All of that should be in the charts. Traders, I'm going to get to the charts in just a moment. I just want to remind you, time is ticking. There are 2 open seats. Well, I haven't approved 2 seats. Many applications come in. I only accept certain ones. Other ones I literally put a line through and flip them over backwards on my desk. So you have a shot at joining me here in Las Vegas for a 5-night, 4-day seminar where I will teach you the art of the OMNI. That's Oscar's Market Navigational Indicator, the OMNI. And I'll tell you right now, it is fantastic. Yes, it's been firing off signals the last couple of weeks telling us something's going to happen. But if you've been following these videos since 2006-07, my God, has OMNI been fantastic. If you want to learn the OMNI for yourselves, 2 seats are open. Call me, 702-629-4755. Go to OMNIBootcamp.com. Fill out an application there. Go to livewithoscar.com, fill out an application there. Just make sure you fill them out. Hurry up. Act now. OMNI Camp is April 29th. Traders, we've had OMNI campers out here a couple of weeks back. I'd love to show you what they thought about the experience out here and what I was able to teach them. If you wouldn't mind, please indulge me. Watch this quick clip, and then we'll get to some charts.
Oscar's a great teacher. I mean, I think that's what I really appreciated about him, is that he really was able to help us to understand right from the start that we could do this. And he makes absolutely sure that you know what you're doing before he moves on to the next step. So in addition to having a great method, he's a great teacher. Boy, I wish I would have found this guy sooner. I probably would have saved myself an awful lot of money. Probably would have saved enough money to pay for the course 5 times.
Traders, the NASDAQ Daily Bar. You've seen this chart in many videos. As you can see, the NASDAQ has rallied up, but since the top, it's really started to trend a little bit towards the downside, right? We're starting to get downward look to it, as opposed to that upward look we had for quite some time. Now, when we hit the 50-ball moving average last time, we had a crack. Came back up, hit it again in the form of what could be construed as an inverted head and shoulders. But I have a feeling that this is not an inverted head and shoulders, in all honesty. I'll show you more charts throughout the week. This could be a big right shoulder forming of a head and shoulders that won't even fit on the chart right now. So there's a lot going on here. But what I wanted to show you was that the last time we hit this average, we dropped and we rallied up and we hit it again, and then we dropped. Well, we're back at it right now. As of the filming of this video, we are right at that average. What will happen there? Well, OMNI tells me if it drops deep enough, get long and go back up and don't worry about it. So that's what I'll do. But the point of me showing you this whole big piece right here is this. Check this out. The internals that make up our stock market. And I just randomly took samples. I could literally show you 3 dozen, if not more, that look like this. But Shopify had the nice rally, right? But since has come down, is now below the 50 for some time, which doesn't happen a lot. Doesn't build formations like this below the 50. You've got a bear flag in Shopify, and you're below the 50-ball moving average. The street pays attention to it. Then look at this. Roku. Look at the bear flag below the 50. Same sort of look. Service Now, NOW. Big bear flag way below the 50. Now that doesn't happen a lot, right? You don't get that far. You don't stretch that far below the 50 and then put a bear flag in. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, kids. I'm always looking at stuff like this. Look at twlo. Look at this guy. Boom. Below the 50. Bear flag. No joke, kids. These markets are repricing. These stocks are repricing. nvda. Look at the big bear flag here. Below the 50. Below this long trend line as well. nvda, part of the mess. I think most of the reason why that's happening is because the bond market, as it drops, interest rates rise, like you see here. Bonds go down, interest rates go up. Look at how long bonds have been going down for, now getting into an accelerated move below the 200-ball moving average. That, if you ask me, is one of the major factors of why we are seeing a repricing in the NASDAQ and many of those stocks I just showed you, plus many more I didn't bother to show you. But then there's Bitcoin. Hey, crypto fans, I'm all over this Bitcoin, as you know, baby. Look at this. Bitcoin. Now, again, we're learning the characteristics of Bitcoin, so there are no, yes, this is what happens whenever Bitcoin does this yet. We don't have those rules yet, but we do have rules building. Now, I have noticed that inside this channel, when you get down to the bottom of it and to this average, you get a hold. Now, we just started to come down, and if we get to that same spot, it'll look just like this did. It'll look just like this did, and then back here underneath where you can't even see it happens again. So we're back to that spot. It should hold here. Again, analysis, we don't really know everything about Bitcoin yet when it comes to charts, but hey, repetitive patterns are repetitive patterns, right? So you Bitcoin fans, maybe some support somewhere around the 5,200, 52,000, 51,000 area. You might find some support right around there. Let's see what we get. Traders, join me at my site, livewithoscar.com.